Welcome to Research Academy. My name is Gjerde. This is our first official class. We're going to be doing choline. Let's go. Level 1. Choline creates acetylcholine. Acetylcholine is what relaxes you. It's what calms you down. It's what reduces anxiety. Benefits: memory and learning. You are going to have a powerhouse of a brain if you take acetylcholine, specifically alpha GPC. So it's going to improve your cognitive function. You're going to do better in school, okay? Yeah, I know you're still in school. All right. Number 2, muscle activation. I know you go to the gym too. I know this is going to help you. So you're going to want to take some choline. Muscle activation, okay? See that? Nah, it's not that big. That's from choline. Nah, it's pretty big. All right. Third benefit: removing fat from the liver. If you have fatty liver disease or non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, acetylcholine, alpha GPC, the supplement is for you. We'll go into that later. Why choline is important. Fetal development. Do you want your child to grow big and strong? Or do you want them to be weak? Choline is essential for DNA synthesis. It's essential for cellular processes. You have to be supplementing choline if you want the healthiest baby possible. Okay, symptoms of low choline. You might have a choline deficiency if you have these. By the way, symptoms, right? Don't just look at any of these symptoms or even multiple of these symptoms and say, hey, I have a choline deficiency. Don't do that with any nutrient, okay? You have to be sure, and then just, don't see a couple of these symptoms in these classes and say, oh, yeah, I have a this deficiency. Now I'm going to have to take this pill and this supplement is that pill supplement. First of all, I am against supplements simply because most of them are synthesized and our body can't absorb them and digest them as well as if we were to get them from food. Because when we get them from food, they have all the other molecules in them that work synergistically together. It's what we're meant to eat. It's what we're meant to consume. It's our God-given food that we need to eat. So it's the most natural. All right, but here are the symptoms. If you have maybe 3 or more of these, you could have a choline deficiency. Fatty liver, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Muscle pain or weakness. Memory loss, memory problems, attention problems, poor concentration, brain fog. Again, choline's very important for neurotransmitter work. And anxiety. Next, causes of deficiency. What are the causes of the deficiency of choline? It could actually be genetic, and you could actually have to take more choline than the average person just because of your genetics. Next is low intake in general. Low intake of choline in general. This could be because you're on a vegan or vegetarian diet. Next is excessive alcohol consumption. Yeah, I'm looking at you. Quit freaking partying, okay? Settle down a little bit. Maybe party once a week, okay? I know you're doing it a lot. Stop it. All right. The next is you're low in vitamin B9, folate. Or you could be low in vitamin B12, cobalamin. These both help with the absorption of choline. So, next is you have gut issues, which need to be sorted out. You could have a gastric bypass surgery. By the way, please, 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 don't get a gastric bypass. Don't get a gastric bypass surgery at all costs. Okay. It's going to inhibit the absorption of so many nutrients that's so vital for you. I swear you're going to die earlier if you do that. Please don't do that. Do anything besides that. Get as healthy as you can naturally, please. And the next is SIBO, which is small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. So this could be one of the reasons why you're deficient in choline. It's because choline is absorbed in the first part of the small intestine, which is primarily where bacterial overgrowth resides if you do have it. So those bacteria are going to eat up your choline and you're not going to absorb it. All right. Let's go to the next slide. Yes, I'm just using whiteboards. I like them better. All right. We're going to choline maxing, okay? How do we choline max? All right. First of all, let's discuss the daily value. Daily value of choline is 550 milligrams. But if you are deficient, you have problems, or you just want to enhance your cognition and be the smartest freaking person in the room, you are going to want to take 3 grams per day. 3 grams is the sweet spot. Upper limit is 3.5, and going above 3.5 grams per day can cause issues. I think it can make you smell bad. It makes your breath smell like fish or something. I forgot. But yeah, there's some weird side effects if you take too much. Remember, all these natural things that we get from food, we shouldn't have side effects if we're having like a lot of it, basically. That's only from like drugs. That's only from supplementations. That's why I like to stay away from supplementations. All right, let's look at what enhances the absorption of choline. Everything that enhances it. So what do we need? Well, first of all, alpha GPC. Alpha GPC is the most bioavailable form of choline, and it comes in a supplement form. Yes, I'm against supplements, but you can't really get this anywhere. You can't really get this from food that much. There's a little bit in eggs, there's a little bit in liver, but this specific form of choline is very hard to get, very hard to come by. So if you were trying to brain max, if you were trying to muscle max, if you were trying to liver max, if you were trying to anxiety reduction max, you're going to want to take alpha GPC, a supplement. I'll put a link in the description. I'm not referring them at all. I'm just trying to help you out. So the next is magnesium. Magnesium works synergistically with choline for numerous functions. The next is DHA, which is a form of omega-3. You can get this from fish oil, cod liver oil, just fish in general. Now, what inhibits the absorption of choline? What could be your problems? You could be taking a bunch of choline, but it's not getting absorbed, and you're not getting any of the results. Why? There is like a goblin grabbing your feet and pulling you back. We need to get rid of the goblin, okay? These are the goblins. Goblin number 1, which is vitamin B9, which is folate. You could have low vitamin B9, and that could be inhibiting the absorption of choline. You could have low vitamin B12, cobalamin. It's a little more rare, but also if you're on a vegan diet or a vegetarian diet, you're not getting enough vitamin B12. If you're cooking your meat like too thoroughly, like if you're just having burgers, and if you're not cooking it medium rare, cooking it cooks out the B12 and it cooks out 90% of the B vitamins. So if you can, you should get medium rare to rare steak to get the most vitamin B12 possible. Just a side note. Vitamin B6, pyridoxine, you should be getting enough of that. By the way, first one, if you're deficient in vitamin B9, it could also be because you have an MTHFR gene mutation. Go look that up and research it yourself. That's just a side note. All right, now we're going to go into hardcore methods to get choline. What are the hardcore methods to get choline? What would I do if I wanted to get choline? I would supplement alpha GPC every single day because the most bioavailable form. Again, I would stay under the 3.5 mark per day, 3.5 grams. I would also be eating as much eggs as possible, maybe even 10, because eggs have 147 milligrams per egg of choline. 4 eggs would be 588, 6 eggs would be 882, 10 eggs would be 1470. And also, beef liver is extremely high in choline. It's going to be 356 milligrams per 3 ounces. I know a lot of you guys probably don't have liver and you're not in the market for getting liver or anything. So just resort to eggs. Make sure your eggs, if you are eating 10 eggs per day, it can be problematic for, it can be inflammatory if your eggs are not pasture raised and organic. Make sure your eggs are cage free or pasture raised, okay? Those are going to be the best because they're going to be less inflammatory for you and they're going to have more nutrients too. So that's my simple guide on choline. Thanks for watching this video. If you would like to become a member of Research Academy, click the link down below. Watch my other content. Make sure to take Alpha GPC and increase your egg consumption if you want better memory learning, better cognitive function, better muscle activation for athletic performance, remove fat for your liver, and grow a healthy baby. Thanks for watching this video. Have a nice day.